This isn't just history, it's how legends are made. Today, we dive deep into the story of the Lamborghini Aventador, the beast that changed supercars forever. It's a tale of ambition, secrecy, engineering genius, and a relentless pursuit of perfection that few outside Sant'Agata Bolognese could imagine. The Aventador's story begins long before its public debut in 2011. Lamborghini's engineers and designers were faced with a challenge: to create a car that could carry the weight of the brand's legendary reputation while pushing the boundaries of modern supercar engineering. They wanted a successor to the Murcielago that would not only perform on the road and track but also become a cultural icon. From the very beginning, the project was shrouded in secrecy. Only a handful of engineers, designers, and executives knew the full scope of the car's development. Prototypes were tested in hidden facilities, sometimes at night, to avoid prying eyes and the ever-watchful press. The name, Aventador, itself has a unique origin. It was inspired by a fighting bull that captured the hearts of fans at a famous Spanish bullfight. Lamborghini has a tradition of naming their V12 supercars after bulls with a storied history, and Aventador, which translates roughly to adventurer or bold fighter, perfectly embodied the spirit the designers wanted to infuse into the car. From the very first sketches, the Aventador's design pushed the limits of imagination. Head designer Filippo Perini drew inspiration from both aerospace and biology. The sharp, angular lines were intended to cut through air efficiently, while the proportions and aggressive stance were meant to evoke power even when standing still. Some of the most intriguing details, like the Y-shaped headlights and the pronounced rear diffuser, were inspired by the patterns found in nature, the skeletal structures of birds and the curvature of large feline muscles. But the design process was not without conflict. Perini often clashed with engineers who wanted more traditional automotive solutions. The team debated endlessly over how to integrate the car's massive V12 engine into a carbon fiber monocoque without compromising rigidity or weight distribution. They experimented with dozens of prototypes, some failing spectacularly during testing. One test mule reportedly caught fire during early track tests, forcing the team to rethink fuel line layouts and safety protocols. These near disasters became part of the Aventador legend, a reminder that creating a supercar is as much about overcoming failure as celebrating success. The Aventador's technical innovations are groundbreaking. It was the first Lamborghini to use a full carbon fiber monocoque, drastically reducing weight while increasing structural rigidity. The 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine produced around 700 horsepower and 509 pound-feet of torque, allowing the car to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.9 seconds. But it wasn't just raw power that defined the Aventador, it was the meticulous attention to detail in aerodynamics, suspension tuning, and even the sound of the engine. Engineers worked tirelessly to tune the exhaust note, ensuring that the roar of the V12 became as iconic as the car's design. Testing the Aventador involved more than just track runs. Engineers experimented with extreme temperatures, from scorching deserts to freezing alpine passes. Some prototype vehicles were sent to high-altitude test tracks to evaluate engine performance under thin air conditions. Every challenge uncovered hidden weaknesses, which the team corrected. This process of trial, error, and relentless refinement was critical to transforming the Aventador from a concept into a legendary supercar. The Aventador's influence on car culture cannot be overstated. Its dramatic debut at the 2011 Geneva Motor Show stunned journalists and enthusiasts alike. Fans immediately noticed the dramatic scissor doors, aggressive front splitter, and muscular rear fenders. Almost overnight, the Aventador became a media darling, appearing in video games like Forza and Gran Turismo, in films such as Transformers and music videos of top artists. Celebrities and athletes quickly adopted it as a status symbol, further cementing its image as the ultimate expression of luxury and power. One lesser-known story is the influence of Aventador prototypes on other Lamborghini models. Some design cues first tested on Aventador prototypes, such as adjustable rear diffusers and adaptive aerodynamics, later appeared in the Huracan and even the limited Reventon. Aventador acted as a technological testbed, pushing Lamborghini into a new era of engineering innovation. The Aventador SVJ, Super Veloce Hoda, became the pinnacle of the model, setting lap records at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. This was not just a car built for beauty, it was a machine honed for performance, with every angle and curve optimized in the wind tunnel. Engineers paid close attention to airflow over the rear wing and the vented hood to maximize downforce, ensuring stability at speeds exceeding 350 km per hour. The SVJ also introduced a new philosophy: aerodynamic efficiency without compromising Lamborghini's aggressive visual identity. But Aventador's story is not only about technical mastery, it's about human ambition. Designers, engineers, test drivers, and executives worked together in a high-pressure environment, often sleeping in the factory, testing ideas at midnight, and debating until the early hours. The Aventador embodies their dedication, risk-taking, and desire to create something truly unforgettable. In 2022, Lamborghini introduced the Aventador LP 780-4 Ultimae, marking the end of the naturally aspirated V12 era. This final edition consolidated everything the Aventador had learned over a decade: enhanced aerodynamics, more power, refined interior luxury, and cutting-edge technology. It was a farewell to the traditional V12, yet a celebration of the Aventador's legacy. The Aventador's story is more than just numbers and specifications. It's a tale of vision, failure, triumph, and cultural impact. It changed the expectations for supercars forever, inspiring other manufacturers to innovate aggressively and challenge the boundaries of design and engineering. Its legacy lives on not just in Lamborghini's lineup, but in the dreams of car enthusiasts worldwide. So next time you hear the roar of a V12 Aventador slicing through the streets, remember, this isn't just a car. It's a beast born from secrecy, ingenuity, and relentless passion. It's how legends are made. Subscribe to Behind the Legend Story for more untold stories of cars, athletes, and movies. Don't miss the next legend we unveil.